Fuck Phat and Spicy.
Phat and Spicy, dude. Welcome back again, guys. I know it's hard to be here, but it is here. We are here. And we're joined by our lovely guest here. No, I'm just kidding.
Our lovely guest? Oh, shit. You know what? I still have a wrong background now. It's been a weird morning.
It's all right, dude. How you been, man?
Good, bro, how are you?
Ups and downs, man. Ups and downs of fucking life, dude. Frustration. Just a lot of bullshit, man. A lot of bullshit, life be lifing, If that makes sense. Life be lifing.
So somebody once asked about peace on earth, and I'm like, wouldn't that just be boring? Like, if life ain't life, and then what are we doing, right?
Trying to survive. That's what we're trying to do, right?
That's what we're trying to do.
Exactly, dude. Man, I mean, just some small things here and there, man. My daughter's she's been running a fever all day. The fridge went out. My brother.
Fridge went out.
Yeah, I know. My brother, he hit a deer on the
Is he okay?
getting onto the highway. He's good. But getting onto the highway where there's no fucking trees around, it's like the deer just came out of nowhere. It was a deer, bro. But anyways, he hit a car, so he hit a deer. So he fucked his front end of his car up, man. And, aside from all that, dude, just a bunch of crap, Tried to relieve myself, relieve some of the tension and stuff, trying to play some GTAs and 5M, dude, and it's just, that was even a bigger shit show. I'm not even gonna lie. It's just bunch of trolls, dude. Trolls.
Life be life and trolls be trolling.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things, I think. Do you believe in attracting like negative energy or stuff like that, man? Do you believe in that?
No, I do believe that
like if you focus
energy
on the
can come. You know how like when you go outside and you watch the rain and you see like the rain bands, like they come through in waves, right? You can almost see the rain bands on the sidewalk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it comes like that. The energy, all energies flow according to the whim of the great magnet. And sometimes those energies just kind of flow your way. And other times, life is amazing, right? Haven't you had an amazing month where like everything went right? It just, they come and they go.
I think, but to me, I think it's a little different. I feel like it's maybe one of those things where if you constantly focus on the negative, then that's all you'll find, right? And I feel like that's maybe kind of one of those things. When I say energy, I honestly think it's you putting forth effort into finding the good, and then you switch because you're negative, so now you're putting forth that effort, that energy, and focusing it on negativity. So obviously, in terms of negativity is all you're gonna see, so negativity is all that's gonna come to you.
I get that. It's kind of like a cop, right? You could be a cop in the most beautiful place on earth, but you're still dealing with the shittiest of people all the time, and that's what you see.
Yeah.
I get that.
But yeah, other than that, man, I look forward to tomorrow. We're gonna carve some pumpkins.
Yeah.
And, yeah. So Shadow Vampire is gonna help. She picked out some pumpkins for everybody. So we're gonna sit around and carve some pumpkins.
I have a triangle-shaped scar on my wrist. No, you guys can't see it on this camera.
Dude, we can get you help for that.
No, I was about 16 and I was trying to carve a pumpkin and the knife slipped. It went.
Oh, I thought you were 16 and you thought you were the pumpkin.
No,
geez, it's not a phase, Mom. No offense to anybody's going through that struggle. There is help.
Yeah.
People do care. Don't do that.
Don't make me have to give the disclaimer this early in the show, dude.
Yeah, no, dude, I'm sorry.
But you got another beer there?
Oh, you see it. You see a little tall glass of apple juice.
Apple juice my ass. I can't drink apple juice. It gives me heartburn.
Really?
Yeah.
Things that happen to you when you get old, right, dude? Like just.
So my buddy of mine that I work with was he went and ate at this Asian restaurant that we have in town, and we have our Asian food in this town's not that great. And he got wicked heartburn, so he come to work the next morning. He has spicy. I know you eat a lot of spicy foods, hence the name spicy. What do you do to cure it? And I told him, I said, listen, do you want to know the real truth? Like, no bullshit, all of it set aside. I take my bongos and I take a puff of it and I hold it in until I almost feel like I'm going to turn blue, like until I cannot physically hold it anymore. And then I let it out, and about 2-3 seconds later, the heartburn subsides. I don't know if it relaxes the esophagus or what. No, but
or you just baked out of your fucking mouth.
It could be. It could be. I'm just so high I don't care.
I heard, dude. I heard that people take fucking like mustard, dude. Just
mustard?
Yeah, mustard is supposed to help kill fucking heartburn, dude. It's crazy.
All right,
I'm just telling you what people do, and they've told me that they do it, and it gets rid of it. Like, okay, so there was this lady at work, right? And she just like, I'm in the break room, and she just goes and she's grabbing mustard packets, and I'm like, oh, so that's where all the mustard's going. It's ending up to your house. You just out here stealing mustard packets. I'm joking,
Yeah.
And she's like, oh no. I was like, oh, she's like, no. I actually used this for my heartburn. And I was like, what? What you mean? And they're like, yeah, she's just like. Takes them to the head. I'm like, what? She's about 2 packets. It's about 2 packets, and she's good. Like, give it a couple seconds, it's gone.
What?
Yeah, I told my brother.
I'm gonna try it. Try it. I mean, it couldn't hurt, right? I've already got the fucking heartburn. It's not like it's gonna get worse.
In my stupor, dude, I used to think that maybe milk would help ease it.
Some people have said milk, ice cream, things like that. I can't. I can't handle those
for me.
anyway.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Are you a milk drinker?
I love milk, dude. I'm not gonna lie. I love milk. I've drank it so. I used to drink it out the gallons. Just like people that would drink too much milk and throw it. It was never me. It was never me. I could never drink too much milk. I had milk with everything. Milk in the morning, in the middle of the day, at night. I loved milk. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it wasn't until I got in my 30s, dude. All of a sudden, it's like my body was like, "Don't forget, you're lactose intolerant now." I'm like, "What? Never been lactose intolerant my whole life, dude." And just all of a sudden, 30 years old. Oh, here you go. Happy birthday. And they just give you a list of shit you're fucked up with now.
Yeah. There's a switch that gets flipped. Like you said, you get a letter in the mail. You get two things. You get that list of all the shit that's going to go wrong with you, and you get your AARP card.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm 47. I'm going to be 48 in March, and I swear to you, they're already sending me things in the mail. I'm like, I'm not that old.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, man.
I'm not that old.
I'm like, man, dude, it's crazy. So, it is. But it's funny. It's funny that when I get older, the more older you get, the more you find out different things about your body. It's just like like now, man. It's just I don't think I remember what it's like to not hurt, like my body to not hurt. I don't know what it's like. I don't remember it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know what to do if suddenly I woke up and my back didn't hurt.
is it your back? Is that the problem for you? Is the back?
Yeah, lower back. My wrist, my hand.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have no choice.
Yeah, exactly. So
hands working double.
You gotta think I've been double time ever since I was 3 years old. So it's like, how fucked up is it? We don't know.
Yeah, right.
So
for me, it's my knees.
Dude, you been using those knees a lot?
Well, I get down at work like
the whole sentence was wrong. I get down at work a lot.
I get down at work a lot. Actually, and this is off topic, but they were playing all the single ladies, in the bar, and somebody was like, "Anson, twerk it," and I did. I got down and I threw my back into it, and I fucking pushed that shit up. I was twerking and I could only do it for 3 seconds before I felt that twinge. I'm like, ooh, too old for that.
I'm telling you, yo, shout out Cornelius. What's up, bro? Long time no see, man. Congratulations on all of your certificates and everything that you've accomplished so far, man. I see you on Facebook all the time. Congratulations, man. He's a friend of mine. We used to work at Tractor Supply together.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so yeah, he's definitely he's progressing his career in law enforcement. So shout out to him.
Really? That's special, dude. Those guys, that's a lot of work. Like that's a ton of work just to get into a car. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, is it true that I see you on an official Tractor Supply post? Was that from their official page? I think they saw them in a kind of an appreciation thing.
Like a congratulations. That's cool.
Yeah, kind of an appreciation for I think showing their appreciation for.
You worked at Tractor Supply?
Yeah, dude, horrible.
I do you one better. I worked at Harbor Freight for 4 months.
Man, I'll tell you what it was. Harbor Freight. Tractor Supply is a good job for those young individuals, kids, that don't mind throwing 20, 30-pound bags of dog food over the side of and it's not 1 pound. The lady wants 3 bags because she don't want to come back. She don't want to come back for a while. So you 3 pounds, 4 pounds of feed, and
put them in the back of my Cadillac, Sonny.
So
here's a shiny quarter for your efforts.
You walking around obviously you're gonna help load her, help load the car and stuff. Yeah, that was their official page. They came down there and shot a commercial with me. This is legit. Awesome, man. Awesome.
Nice,
Congratulations.
Dude.
Big stuff, dude. Big stuff. But yeah, man, like I said, decent job for great people. I met a lot of amazing friends. Cornelius, obviously one of them. But yeah, there was nothing wrong with the company itself as a whole. It's just the labor itself and for the pay for me, somebody who was coming from managing stores to just being a stock worker. It was a job that I needed at the time because I wasn't working, and it was the first job that called me back. And like I said, bills don't stop, they don't wait. So I was there until something better came along, But yeah, definitely.
That's how it was with Harbor Freight. I left a cooking job that I had. I was the kitchen manager, and me and the owner had a disagreement. I think you and I were friends back then.
Oh yeah.
And so I left there, and I was just milling around. There's nothing to do in this town. There's no jobs except for the new Harbor Freight that went in. So I was like, all right, I'll go apply for a job. do a cashier job a couple days a week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just cashier, have some fun. Dude, it was the most corporatized. Like, you can't clock in 1 minute before your shift. You can't clock in 1 minute before your lunch is over. If you don't take your break, or if you don't take all the minutes of your break, you get in trouble. I'm like, what? You're going to punish me for working harder?
That's crazy. That's one thing I never. That's one thing I
can't do corporate shit.
You know, I always felt like there should be a little bit of leniency, you know, when coming in late and stuff like that. You know, if I stay 10 minutes late and I come in 5 minutes late, I feel like you should kind of like, you know, work with me there, you know?
Right.
You know.
So I just didn't like. I'd be there 10 minutes early, and I wasn't allowed to clock in.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They're like, no, you can't work.
Clock right on the dot. That's wild.
You have to be there. You can't clock in but 1 minute before your shift.
I know some
I'm like, well, I'm gonna
like 5 minutes early, 10 minutes early.
Well, I told her, I said, I'm gonna go in the back and put on my shirt because we have lockers and shit. I'm gonna go put on my shirt and my name tag and get my radio. We have these little radio ear PC things. I don't know why. They were useful. And she's like, no, you have to wait till you're on the clock to go back there. Like, what?
That's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Talk about micromanage.
Yeah, I didn't like it there at all. It was so uber corporated that is that a word? It was ridiculous. Uber corporated.
Yeah. You know, dude, all that aside, you know what I could see? I could just visualize you being
What?
Like the manager at a strip club.
Hey, everybody give it up. Candy on pole two, give it up. When you see the red light, that's $2, but that's a teenies.
Not the DJ, but you could do the DJ voice too, man.
An owner of a strip club, just that guy? I don't want to be that guy.
No, the manager, not the owner.
Am I that greasy? I'm not greasy enough. I mean, physically, not even spiritually, just physically. I don't have enough. I don't look like a leftover convenience store hot dog.
What the guy say the other day? The Ron Jeremy without the facial hair.
Ron Jeremy without the mustache. I get that a lot. You know, somebody once photoshopped a picture of Ron Jeremy's face over me when I was working behind the bar at work one night.
Really?
That's the joke now. I'm Ron Jeremy. I was like, yeah, and I got a piece like him, so shut the fuck up. And you know what? I think they believe it, so I'm okay.
That's fucking wild, dude.
All right, so we got Halloween coming up, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Oh man, I've spent more money on Halloween costumes this year than I've ever wanted to. So
what do you got?
At the end of Halloween, if anybody's looking to buy some Halloween costumes, let me know for the low.
My boys, one of them is an inflatable T-Rex. One of them is an inflatable Among Us character.
My 10-year-old wanted to be inflatable T-Rex. Like that was the first thing that came out of her mouth.
So we're doing that. And then my daughter is dressing in all white, and her and all of her friends are going as colors.
Colors?
Yeah, they're all going to be colors. Like one of her friends dressing in all blue, she's dressing in all white with the face paint and everything. Yeah, they're just going to be colors.
Just make sure she doesn't wear a pointy hat.
You know what? No, I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and I shouldn't. The views expressed on the Phat and Spicy Show do not represent PNS Studios at all. But in this town, they wouldn't mind.
Jesus, lie, dude. My God,
they wouldn't mind. There is and you know, I'm all for whatever.
South too? I'm just kidding.
No, that's a problem. I'm from the hyper north.
Yeah.
I'm for whatever. I don't care who you vote for, but when I see 16 trucks and they don't know each other, all with the big flag, you know, Trump on the back, I'm like, okay, I know where I live.
Yeah. See,
I get it. I'm not gonna look at my CNN app.
And not trying to dive too much into politics, dude, but I think that's kind of a thing there. Like everybody's associated Trump with that type of, you know, association, you know, like that type of bad publicity. And it doesn't help. It doesn't help that at his speeches he has these guys saying these crazy things. I don't know if you've seen these things, like the recent Puerto Rico thing, dude.
Yeah. Tony Hinchcliffe. Yeah, that's the worst thing. I have my opinions on that, and maybe we should talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
Because I don't know Tony, but I'm a fan of Tony Hinchcliffe. He does Kill Tony, which is a great show. He has a lot of comedians up, and he brings up new comedians, and he's always highlighting them. He's friends with everybody. From Rogan, he has all kinds of celebrities on, like, you know, all the time. People that, big time celebrities. Tony Hinchcliffe is the man. Kill Tony, if you guys, a lot of people know who he is. Yeah, there he is.
So this,
can I tell you the truth?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think he fucking trolled him. I think he pulled the ultimate comedy stunt because I think he spoke exactly like he thinks they wanted him to speak. So he did. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because he's a comedian. That's all he does is comedy.
I'll tell you what it is.
And his comedy is outlandish.
I'll tell you the two sides of the coin that I see. Okay. All right. So we're gonna play the clip, and then I'll tell you what I think. All right.
Okay.
There's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. It's absolutely wild to see. And in Texas, stuff is really, really crazy. We're right there by a wide open border. Where are my proud Latinos at tonight? You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them. It's absolutely incredible.
Come on, that's fucking funny for a stand-up comic.
Believe it or not,
comic.
People,
He's
I
not...
welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this. It's wild. And these Latinos, they love making babies too. Just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country.
You laughed. You laughed, and you like Trump.
And I'll tell you what. I'll laugh because I know the comedic humor in it.
He's trying to be an outlandish comedian here.
Again, is this what you do when you're going? Is this the right move as a president trying to gain voters? Is this the right move?
No, you don't bring people like this up.
So you take into consideration all the bad things that have happened in Puerto Rico, the relief that they didn't get, you know what I'm saying, when they were completely ignored by the U.S. government whenever they were there.
Is that when he was throwing paper towels?
Yeah, here you go. Just throw it.
I remember that. Yeah.
So you deal with this. You got a whole country that this is where they live. They're still considered U.S. They're still U.S. soil.
Yeah, they're a U.S. territory. Absolutely.
They're U.S. citizens.
Mm-hmm.
But this is how they're treated. Okay, so you take that into consideration, and then you sit there and you say, now we talk about Latinos. Now we talk about Latinos who are there voting for Trump. Again, I can see the humor in it because I like dark humor. I like the roast. I enjoy that. But what I don't like is when people use comedy to hide or to mask their stereotypes or their racist behavior. You know what I'm saying? If I sat there and said, "Oh, da 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 da," and made the biggest white joke or black joke ever, and I said, "Hey man, lighten up, it's a joke." At what point do you sit there and say, "Hey, it's not a fucking joke"? Like
I agree with you.
I think it wasn't the right move because of the type of publicity that Trump is tied to, because of the type of people that they associate Trump with, and because of the type of people that Trump rallies and stuff have brought out. They bring out a lot of bad publicity. The media focuses on that. So the image that they have of Trump's rallies and Trump's supporters are of, let's just be real, are racist people. That's what the media has painted.
But that's my point. That's what he's not. He's not a Trump supporter, Tony Hinchcliffe. He's not. Okay? He said it too many times. He hates the fucking guy. He hates him. Somebody from his PR closet got a hold of somebody on the Trump ticket and was like, "Hey, we have a comedian who's very popular as the second best podcast in America, which Trump loves hearing that shit." Right? And he's like, "Let's get him on the show." And Tony Hinchcliffe said, "I'm going to write the most offensive. I'm going to show these Republicans exactly what they look like up there." And he did a parody of he's not up there to support Trump. He was up there to bash Trump. That's why he did those jokes. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But again,
he did them as a parody of the Republicans to their faces.
I get. Like I said, he may have a different thing, but how many times do you think when he walked out that building, people were like, "Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, brother, I agree with that. Pat on the back. Love them jokes. Keep them coming. Masking comedy over racism does not make it good. You know,
I get what you're saying.
You understand what I'm saying though? So at
I
that
do.
point, when you become conscious of that, as a if you were selling, let's say you were selling hats, right? And all of a sudden, all the people that didn't like Asians started wearing these hats, and they were wearing your brand, and they were out there, and every time they did a hate crime, it was with your hat on. And all of a sudden now everybody that's in the march against Asians coming to America is wearing this hat. At what point do you become self-aware and say, hey, I need to say something, or I shouldn't be doing, I need to speak up?
After I cash my 50 billionth check, because you're just making money. Isn't that why you made the hats, to make money? I don't care who wears the fucking hats.
But then guess what you associate, then I guess what you're getting associated with.
That's the brand, not me.
No, that is you. That's the thing. It is you. America is going to see it's you. You didn't say nothing. It's your brand.
Well,
you allowed.
Who's making the MAGA hats? Nobody cares about the guy who's making the MAGA hats, but they're everywhere and they're associated with hate. Who's that guy?
Exactly.
Nobody cares.
It's not a guy. It's a guy.
So who cares?
Everybody's making them. But when you see a MAGA hat, it doesn't say anything racist. It just says "Make America Great Again," but it's automatically associated with hatred, racism, all that other stuff.
I think with the Halloween theme we're doing, this is probably one of the spookiest conversations we've ever had.
Right? No, politics is always crazy, especially getting so close to the thing, man. Like I said, I don't have a favorite, dude. I don't have a Trump sign. I don't have a Kamala sign outside my door. There's none of that. I
wish we had better choices.
I feel like Harris is the same way. Don't get me wrong. I watch her campaigns, and I watch her switch up her dialect or the way she wants to talk. And I see it happen so many times. One day she's Jamaican, one day she's more African, one day she's more white. It doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
I wish we had two better choices. And I think both VP candidates are for the birds. JD Vance is a joke, and Tim Walz, she needs to go back to high school coaching. I'm just saying, man, on both sides of it, we're just screwed this year. Yeah. So I voted, and let's hope for the best and see what happens in another 4 years. To you, Jacob. Salud.
Yeah, right. Here's to you, Dad.
Made me choke when I'm drinking.
But yeah, man, aside from all that, political propaganda, man, and stuff like that, it's just, what.
All right, so I got something. I was thinking the other day, right? I'm at work and I like to listen to my little spooky podcast about conspiracy theories, and one of them was about mind powers. Mm-hmm. And it brought me back to a story that I want to tell you, and it was a short story. But then I wanted to get your opinion and ask you if anything like that's ever happened to you.
Okay.
I must have been in the 7th, 8th grade, and me and my cousin Mikey decided we were going to run away from home. He was living with our grandma, and she dropped him off at our house for the weekend. And we told my dad, hey, we're going to go to church, Catholic church, because we were good Catholic boys. And as soon as our parents dropped us off, we just hit the brakes. We're walking and doing whatever, and finally, apparently it dawns on my dad's that we're not there. And so he calls the cops. They all come and looking for us, and they find us. They bring us home. We're at a Dairy Queen.
You're at Dairy Queen?
We were at a Dairy Queen. We were getting ice cream cones, and the cops pull up, and they walk in, and we knew instantly. It was just like,
so
the cops like
you think somebody at Dairy Queen stinks you out?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't think so. I think they just...
How would the cops know that you were there?
I don't know.
Now, Dairy Queen, granted, Dairy Queens did have big windows back then.
Well, they could have seen us walk in. It was a very open parking lot.
Yeah,
So anyway, cops bring us back to my dad's house. And he goes, I'm really disappointed in you boys. The old dad talk, right? He says, I'm not going to tell Grandma, but because it would break her heart to know that you boys did this, especially going to church. Grandma was a church-going woman. So my parents leave the room, and then my dad turns around and he says, I'm most disappointed in you. Ooh. And then he left. And I'll never forget, dude, I went like this. As soon as he closed that door, I went like this. Arr! Right? Like all my anger and all my rage came out at once. There was a little picture. It was like a little book frame picture book. It was just like looked like a little book picture frame on a shelf, no bigger than about like that. Two little
Yeah.
pictures, one on each side. And that thing flew off the shelf.
Like flew.
Flew. As soon as I did that. Like,
Were you looking in
no,
that direction?
no. I literally was just like, "Arr!" And then we saw the thing fucking just fly across. And to this day, dad came back into the room and saw it, and he was about ready to beat my ass because he thought I threw it. And even my cousin Mikey was like, no, you don't understand. Anson got really mad and that thing flew off the wall. Dad paused and he was like, oh, picked it up, cleaned it up, and walked out of the room. And then we were not in trouble anymore. But it was a really weird instance of like, I think he believed that it happened. Like he was spooked. Like I'd never seen or been a part of anything like that. What do you think about things like that? Or have you ever had an experience like that in your life?
Oh man, real quick, yo, shout out Tommy. What's going on, Tommy? How you been?
Tommy, how you doing, boy?
What's up?
Good to see you, son.
Yeah, if you guys have ever met Tommy Jackson, he's going through some life changes right now. If you want to hear more about that and more about who he is, he's a very interesting and amazing, funny guest, guys. Check out our previous podcasts, and you can always check those out at YouTube at the
down there
studio. All right.
And my boy Yusuf is reaching out, our producer Yusuf, to get him on the behind the pint so we can really dive in. We're gonna peel back those onion layers and like really dig inside the beard.
There you go. There you go. Right, the beard. That's the guy. But yeah, back to what you were saying, dude. I can't for the life of me remember or think of an instance that it's ever. I've tried many times. You
like
know,
to move shit with your mind, like use the
to
force.
move, you know, I would.
Yeah,
be,
we
I
all
think,
do.
I think anybody would be lying if they said they never.
We
did.
all do.
You know, and I think the closest I got, and I'm not trying to be funny, guys. I think the closest I've ever gotten to actually maybe trying to do something was when I'm on the toilet. Like whenever
You can will the poopies out.
I'll say it's more like the concentration that you're pushing and you're like focused, and in that moment it's like a little bit of clarity. I don't know. Maybe it's just the blood rushed to my head, dude. I don't know.
Are you a pusher or you let it do its thing? Like, do you take time or do you push to get out of there quickly?
We're not gonna talk about shit on this fucking shit.
Come on, man.
Dude, I like to let it come natural.
Yeah, me too. I'm not a pusher.
Like the country song say, it just comes natural. You know, anyway.
All right.
No.
So, but anything like that in your life, or you ever anything spooky happen to you, like when you get pissed or?
I have I pride myself on a lot of patience, dude. I get irritated, I get agitated really quick. But as far as like flying into like a blind rage or getting real aggravated and like really angry, I think maybe there's only been like a handful of times in my whole life that I've actually done it. And I can remember the first time that I've actually ever done it consciously and remember it. I was in middle school, dude, and my girlfriend,
like you saw red, like
my girlfriend at the time, she went up and she hugged some random boy that I didn't know. And it was a friend, it was one of her friends, but it was just like in that moment, I don't know why, but just like red. I was like black and red. I was like, and then I was like, whoa, and I stopped. I was like, whoa, that was weird, Like I guess, but then growing up, you don't really know. Nobody teaches you about jealousy and stuff like that. It's not one of those talks that your parents have with you.
One day you're going to be jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But never anything supernaturally. Have you ever seen a UFO? You ever seen I think we've talked about seeing ghosts.
Yeah, I've seen some lights, man. Don't get me wrong. I've seen lights before. I've seen some weird things before as well. I got stories for days, man. I'll tell you this one time. Me and a buddy of mine, we were sitting in the house chilling, and he wanted to get some Black and Milds. He was underage. He was I think he was 16, I was 18. So we'd smoke a Black and Mild every now and then, think we're cool.
Blunt or just the cigar itself?
Just a Black and Mild wood tip, class.
You weren't like putting weed in it, though, is what I'm saying.
No. We weren't not. But so he was like, "Hey man, let's go get some. Let's get a black." I was like, "All right, cool." So we take the bikes. So we take bikes and we're gonna go around this corner, go up this uphill up to the store, because the only store that's open is up the hill, and it's like the 24-hour store. So we're gonna go up there because it's like 2:30 in the morning.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, so we go up there, everything's good, you know, we're pedaling up there. On the way back, as I'm pedaling, as we're pedaling downhill, we're going downhill, you know, like, you know, and we're going like, you know, we're going fast, we're going downhill. It's a downhill thing, you know. We got your bike on, you know, you're trying to make that big skid mark at the end.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, out of the corner of my ear, dude, I hear in the woods. There's big wooded areas, big nothing but woods on my right side, dude. Left side is the road. The left more after that is like empty area where they're building stuff. Like they probably got like a place where they work on big trucks, and then on the other side of that is a park. But on my right side is woods, and then on the other side of the woods is where we stayed. But there was like a patch of woods, excuse me, that separated us. So as I'm going down the hill, at the corner of out of my right ear, I hear, "Somebody help me!" Just like that. And I slam on the like, you know, you go backwards. You got to backpedal to hit.
Oh,
the
you had
brake,
the foot brakes?
Yeah, so it's like, you know, I fucking, you know, I'm not trying not to fucking fall off my fucking bike.
Fishtailing?
Mind you, yeah, he's behind me too, so he's fucking stopping too. And
Did he hear it?
I look back, and he's got this look on his face like, and I look, and I'm like, did you just fucking, he's like, what the fuck was that? I was like, I don't fucking know. And then again, somebody help me. But the pitch doesn't change. It's not like, somebody help me, you know, and then it's like, somebody. No, it's just the same thing. Somebody help me. Same pitch. And I'm like, oh, fuck that, dude. Fuck that. So I grabbed the bike and I'm like, I'm running across the fucking, you know, first I start pedaling, trying to fucking, I can't get my feet on the pedals, right? So I'm scratching the back of my fucking legs. The pedals just keep smacking the back of my fucking legs. So I can't get my footing right because I'm fucking freaking out. And he's behind me. He's like, fuck, go. I'm like, fuck, I'm trying to fucking go, man. So I just pick the fucking bike up and I run across the fucking road. And we're like fucking trying to get out of there. And like the last thing is like this fucking thing. All of a sudden you just hear like a rooster crow. You hear it go, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
From the same location as the lady?
The same location. And the last time that we heard anything, it was a rooster crow, but it was a really dark rooster crow. Like deep, not dark, but deep. Like it was like, I was like, holy fuck. Dude, I never ran so fucking fast back in the fucking, like, dude, we didn't even smoke the fucking Black and Mild, dude. We just went inside the fucking house, dude.
Did you guys ever go back or like look around and see?
No, fuck no. Those were some bad woods, dude. The bad thing about it is those woods had like a bad reputation, man, because some people said some people died in there, man. You know what I'm saying? Like people got shot and killed up in there, man. I used to have dreams about these woods, man. Like when I used to live, we used to live in that little area, that little house. Cause there was some haunted shit that happened to us in those houses, man. And like,
What? Tell me.
even the woods in the back, man.
I want to hear some haunted shit. It's Halloween
carried
show.
the bike instead of around. I'm telling you, dude,
yeah, you know he did. He's
fucking
like,
hard. It's just like
I can see it.
I'm telling you, dude. Guys, if you're tired of ads, make sure that you subscribe to our channel, guys. All right, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and share the hell out of it. I
love all your banners.
Share the hell out of it.
Yeah, please do share the stuff, dude. We like to have fun doing it, and we want to share it with the world.
Yeah. So, anyways, dude.
You had haunted shit happen to you.
Dude, I'm telling you, it was just something bad about these woods that we were by. You know what I'm saying? That we lived by. And it wasn't something that we discovered. It was something that was passed down to us, like, you know, just of weird shit that happened to my family that lived there. You know, like my uncle. You know, hopefully one day you can get him on the show. Maybe we can talk to him about all the weird shit he's experienced because he lived there longer.
Oh shit! Yes, please.
And it was I think it was a combination of a lot of bad shit happening in that house. You know, a lot of negativity. You know, but going back, dude, the woods behind the house. I'll tell you some of the freakiest stuff that ever happened to me. I remember one time I used to wash clothes at night. Like, and when I say at night, I mean like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And our washing machine and dryer was in the back. It was staying with my uncle and my aunt. And the washing machine they had was built in a little house in the backyard.
You had to walk through the backyard, do a little laundry shack.
So I had to come out the house, turn around the corner, and the little house is out there in the middle.
Okay.
In the middle of the middle of the area.
I'm trying to get my mind focused. I'm trying to see it.
Yeah, so it's just like I said, you walk out this house, you turn the corner, and you got the trees on the left. So if I'm walking out the door and I turn, and I'm turning and I'm facing the back of the house, I'm facing the backyard. This way right here is the little lot with the house and stuff. In front of me are these 2 old like trailer containers, like the back of the semi containers, the ones that they put the semis.
Yeah.
There's 2 of those that are stuck right there, and they're full of like car parts and stuff like that. Because my uncles and them worked on cars. And over here on the left are the woods. There's like a patch of trees that expand into the other trees that are over there to the left. And then there's like a little bit of brush over here on the right, but not too much because there's other houses over here. So to the right's the neighborhood. To the left is my other uncle's house, and then the trees, the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, that beer's going through me.
Ooh, beer.
Right, beer. So, again, mind you, I'm going outside 2 o'clock in the morning to wash clothes because everybody does their clothes washing in the day. Mm-hmm. And in the afternoon, I'm at the shop helping my uncles with cars and stuff. So, I go out there, and the marks on the table on the wall. Yeah, Teresa, what's going on? That's my aunt right there, guys. Shout out Teresa.
Oh,
yeah, Teresa. Yeah, maybe one day you can tell us about all the crazy stuff that happened. She's talking about right there all the markings on the table and the wall. Crazy.
Is that some ghosty stuff?
Yeah, dude.
Tell me about it. Anyway, finish this story, but I want to hear all this ghosty. I love it.
So, I'm sitting there, right? And we used to have this Chihuahua dog, a little black, white Chihuahua named Coco. Now, Coco started off as a regular Chihuahua, okay? But after a while, she was the neighborhood, go-to.
Oh, she got around, huh?
She got around. She had so many litters, dude. I think she should have been in the Guinness Book of World Records, man. She had so many litters.
Uh-oh.
By the time Coco was done having litters, she was the size of a weenie dog. She was stretched out. I kid you not. I cannot kid you. Coco went from a little dog, a little Chihuahua, to a weenie dog. And so Coco was outside. Coco, after a while, like I said, Coco was she used to be an inside dog. Don't let Coco outside. Don't let Coco outside. Well, Coco got out too many times, and obviously she kept getting pregnant. It was just like, you know what, Coco, you're just going to be an outside dog. That's what you're going to be. Live your best life outside.
Go live your best.
So
on the corner selling it for milk bones.
Yeah, Coco was outside dog. And so I go outside, and I'm taking my clothes out, right? And I'm like, I'm scared of the dark. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, I'm not going to go outside at night. Like, I wouldn't go to my car. Not that kind of scared, but there's always that tension. There's always that tension.
I run up the stairs a little faster when all the lights are off downstairs.
You ever talk to yourself, get yourself a little paranoid, like somebody's watching me.
Oh, dude, I've told you the story about the thing with the green eyes.
Yeah, dude, you did. You can tell the viewers in a little bit.
We will.
Anyways, I go out and I go put my clothes in the washer and dryer, and then I go back inside and I'm waiting for it to go, the cycle to go through and everything, because obviously you don't want to leave your clothes in the washing machine. It starts to stink, mildew. Well, I go back outside to go get my clothes, and as I go outside, I go down the steps, and I'm like, Coco, I start calling Coco because that's my bodyguard,
Yeah.
So Coco comes up, jingling. You hear a little fucking bell, and I'm walking down, and at the back end, like I said, the woods were behind my other uncle's house, and they're back there. And out of those woods, out of that little patch of woods area right there, I hear whimpering. I'm like, what the fuck, Coco? Are you done fucking have more puppies? I was like, what the fuck is going on? You just can't fucking stop. Because, we're just, at this point, we're not surprised.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, well, let's fucking go look at him, Coco's looking at me like, "Fuck you talking about?" And I start getting a little closer. I start walking towards that backyard of my uncle's house, and I start walking closer, and it's just you hear whimpering coming from the bushes, and in a split second, dude, all you hear is like a baby cry.
Oh, the baby. I remember this. You told us
And-
this a long time ago. Yes, yes. Tell the story. Hey, I love
dude.
this.
All I fucking did, I looked at Coco. Coco looked at me, and I was like, I fucking ran back to the fucking house and opened the fucking door. I'm like, Coco, get your fucking ass in here.
You sure it wasn't a puppy of hers?
Dude, no, fucking, it was a baby cry, dude. It was a baby cry. I know what a fucking baby cry sounds like. Dude.
I mean, there was
nothing back there. Like I said, the next day, I went out there, but there was nothing out there.
no baby out there? No diaper?
Dude, no, dude.
Okay.
And, I'll tell you one time, dude, we were out there, we were drinking. It was me, my uncle, and I think Robert and fucking Mike. It was a bunch of people. We had a barrel in the back. We had a little barrel fire going. And
Those are fun nights, right?
yeah, we were drinking in the back, dude. And I remember it's nighttime again, it's night, late as hell. We stay up like all times of the nights drinking. And we're back there looking, and I'm looking in the woods, and I'm like, the fuck is that, And I tell my uncle, I'm like, hey, what's that right there? And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, look right there, look. And it's two fucking red eyes just looking out of the fucking
No.
thing, you know what I'm saying? Like looking. I'm like, yeah, I was like, you see that? He's like, what the fuck is that? I was like, I don't know what the fuck that is. He ran, I ran, we all fucking ran, dude. That's all I fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Like we went inside. That was
Right?
it. Like
Right?
It was like an understood thing that once shit started happening outside, you go inside and you lock the door. That's it.
It was just something was out there that
was the kind of understood agreement, that everybody had, kind of like everybody in the town where it was at, like everybody had that mutual agreement. Don't talk about it. It's just kind of that, like once the weird shit, we knew there was weird shit happening. It's like when it started happening, you just went inside the house and you did something else.
What was with the markings on the tables and walls?
Teresa's gonna have to tell you about that because I'm not too familiar. I don't remember. Like I said,
Okay, well, we'll have to get her. We'll have to get her on the show. We have to get. You know what? Let's get her and your uncle on the same show together.
I mean, that's probably manageable. It's better. It's a lot easier to get them together in a room than it is to get somebody of my other aunts and uncles together.
I know that feeling.
But
Man,
dude.
I don't see. I've never lived in like an area that's like haunted. I haunt myself.
But
like I said, when
you said the green eyes, remember?
Yeah, but that's my fault. I haunt myself. I go walking upstairs and I've got images in my mind of those fucking aliens with the big eyes and the little mouths and the weird big heads. They creep me the fuck out, right? But then there's another thing. It's like when it's late and like maybe you'll see a car go by, like the lights. I live on a street, and I'll look and I'll turn and I have to look away from the window real quick because I know that if I stay looking at the window, I'll see green eyes. There's always a thing with the green eyes waiting to look at me through a dark window. I have to close the blinds at night. When I go close blinds at night, I do it very fast because I don't want to see the green eyes. Now, I'll tell you something. There's a podcast that I listen to, and
real quick, hold on.
Yeah,
Teresa, real quick, if you're still on here and you want to get on here and tell the story real quick, I can send you the link, and you just gotta share. Like you can look at your phone. You can use your phone.
it'll be like a FaceTime.
Yeah. Like one.
But you know what I mean? Like I haunt myself because I know it's not real. I know aliens don't look like that.
Yeah, so this says whatever. I saw my grandpa.
Did you? You saw the ghosty?
Yeah. So I'll tell you what this experience was. I remember I saw my grandpa when his body was just there, Like I used to wake up my grandpa, And I remember going in that morning. I think it was like, and he was just in his bed. And he wouldn't wake up. He's just there, laying there. And well, I don't know if it was that.
You
night.
found him?
I don't know. I don't know if I found him or not. I just know I remember seeing him laying there, like just there. And but like, they were always telling me, my grandpa loved me a lot. I remember like riding. My grandpa used to put me on his knee, and we would ride around on the lawnmower together. And he would always smell fucking Marlboro Reds. He wore this. He used to wear these flannel shirts with, and he always had his Marlboro Reds in his pocket right there, in his top pocket, and his lighter and stuff in there. So I remember I don't know what night it was exactly, dude, but I remember I woke up. It's night. It was dark as hell. I woke up. And everything around me, dude, was like moving. Like when I say like moving, it was like almost my equilibrium was off. I could not catch my balance, dude. I felt like I was a kid, but I felt like I was drunk. Like you know how you walk and you're just like everything was moving. I'm like, what's going on? Like why like I'm holding on to the wall and stuff trying to go to the bathroom because I feel sick. I feel dizzy. And I go and I'm like laying, I'm like in the toilet, like, you know, trying to whatever's gonna come out is gonna come out, you know, I feel sick.
Yeah.
And you know, like I think I think by that point I felt like a hand or something on my back, you know, and it was like almost like a like it's gonna be okay kind of thing. I don't know, dude. It was
Feel comforting, or did you feel creepy? Whoa,
uh
dude, that's too
it,
much. Like you
yeah,
felt the ghost hand.
I felt, you know what I'm saying, I felt it, and it just I don't know what it was that reminded me of my grandpa. I don't know if it was his hand because he had these like distinct hands. You know, his hands were like really worked. You know, and like they were really, you know, they were like, you know, rough.
Man's
You know what I'm
hands.
saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But they were long. He had long fingers. You know, like not like super long. You know, but or if it was the smell, I don't know what it was exactly, dude. I just knew that it was my grandpa. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then yeah, that was that, dude. And I just went back to bed. I told everybody about it the next day. It's like, what the no? It's like, so yeah, there was that, dude.
Let me tell you one quickie that happened to my dad. And he was hyper superstitious, hyper religious, but like weird religious. Like it was like religious mixed with like, I don't know, he'd burn candles and he'd go to tarot readers and he'd stand on the Bible and pray. You know what I mean? He was deathly afraid of hell. One night, we had a property in Oregon City, Oregon. And one night, we have to walk. We pull into the driveway. There's a double door garage, but then the entrance to the garage is like, you know, around the side of. You don't open the garage doors. You just go around the corner into the garage.
Mm.
And out of the darkness, we
Out of
hear
the dark.
no shit, dude. Because we had like one spotlight that kind of shot down over that side door,
Okay.
and the rest of it back there was pitch black because it went into. We had about an acre and a half, and it was like a pond back there with frogs and shit. We had a chicken coop that they built, a huge one that had like 30 chickens in it, and we had goats and shit, all kinds of stuff. I remember the frogs, dude. The frogs would keep me up at night, but it was pitch black. We had a huge house out there in the middle of nowhere. That would be like a $3 million house today. I shit you not. Anyway, we're walking in, and I want to say he was carrying groceries or he had something in his hand. I don't remember. I was like 6 or 7. Oh, he had picked me up from my babysitters. That's what it was. And we were talking about what me and Alan did because he got an Atari. Their son. So we were talking about Atari. We're walking in and out of the darkness, dude. 2 long ears, 2 very long horns, and the long fucking face. It was Satan himself.
Was it a costume?
Daddy shit himself, not literally, but spiritually, and screamed, "Get out of here!" I'll never forget it. No, it was one of our goats that got loose and came up to say hi. But the way that it came out of the darkness with like the perfect, well, I'll remember it too because it scared me. Like the horns were perfect, the fucking ears were just out straight from the fucking. It was like a picture that you see on the pentagram. You know what I mean? That the devil worshippers worship. It was coming out of just the darkness to us.
Now, did you see the full goat like come out, or did you just see the face?
Not at first. You just see the face come out of the darkness first. It just reveals itself.
Yeah.
Dude, I have never seen my father more frightened or scared in his entire life than he was at that moment, because I do believe he felt the devil was coming to get him. He was always afraid. That was his one earthly fear. He's afraid of the devil. He's afraid of going to hell. So to hear him scream as this goat walks out of the darkness was fucking perfect.
But you did see the whole goat come out, right?
Eventually, yes.
Okay.
But
it
for
was
that,
one of y'all's ghosts, right? It was.
oh, of course, no, it was one of ours. But you know, the head comes out of the darkness, and then the rest of it comes out. But as the head's coming out, you instantly freak, like instantly, and then calm down when we had a good laugh about it. He didn't. But Jesus Christ, it's one of those I forgot all about that story. I probably haven't thought about that story since it happened until just now.
Oh God, dude.
And I must have been like 6, 7, maybe about 6.
Jeez.
I wrote that down. Devil goat.
That's fucking wild, dude. Oh man, yeah, dude. Devil goat. Yeah, I've had some like scares like that before, man. You know, some just a random. I scare myself, you know.
I guess I think that's the worst of it. Like
I tell you, nobody
we
scares me
possess
more
ourselves.
than my 2-year-old, man.
What do you mean?
Nobody scares me more than my 2-year-old because she's little, man. She just comes out of nowhere.
Oh yeah.
Like when I sit there and I wake up and the first thing I see is just her like this, looking at me, dude. Like, what the, you know, man, or like she'll sit there and she'll stand at the edge of the bed and just look at you while and everything's dark. She'll just walk in the room and just, you know, and I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, up. They gonna get kicked in the face. Like, well,
Are you taking them trick or treating?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My 10-year-old, she's gonna be Garfield.
Really?
Inflatable Garfield outfit.
Oh, so she's got the inflatable. That's the rage now, is these inflatables.
Dude, and I'm happy we settled on Garfield. She wanted to be the dinosaur, and I'm all like, you know, everybody and their mom's gonna be an inflatable dinosaur. You know, I'm like, let's work with. I was like, is there nothing else you want to be? Lo and behold, dude, I stumbled upon this inflatable Grimace costume.
An inflatable Grimace?
And she's like, I want that, Daddy. I'm like, oh my Lord. Do you imagine me walking around with an inflatable Grimace?
Fuck yeah.
I'm like,
you gotta go as Ronald, dude.
I'm like, exactly. That's why I don't want to do it. I don't want to have to be part of that. So, you know, and I already look like a chicken nugget anyway.
Now you can go as a chicken nugget.
Yeah. Just walk out, no shirt on. Anyways, they didn't cook that one long enough. But I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna do the whole hamburger thing, you know. I was like, if anything, I'm gonna be Mayor McCheese.
Mayor McCheese.
You know, I can rock that. But thank God when we got to the Spirit Halloween store, she saw Garfield and she was like, I want to be Garfield. I was like, as to why, I don't know. I didn't question it. But she wanted. She said she wanted to ask people for lasagna. I said, hey, get me some too.
Like I said, the Garfield movie, all these movies that we thought were like old school are all making these comebacks now.
Yeah.
And like all these kids know about, like my sons didn't know about Garfield until now. Like, we want to watch the Garfield movie. It's my favorite show. I'm like, what? How do you know about Garfield?
Exactly.
I hate Mondays. Like, shut up.
My 2-year-old, all she wants to watch is Bluey. You know,
What, who?
Bluey, my 2-year-old.
No. I know the 2-year-old.
Bluey is the little. I don't know, they're UK or Australian or what. I don't know the accent, but they're little dogs. There's a dog family of 4.
Okay.
Mom, dad, and 2 sisters.
Like Blue's Clues?
No, it's Bluey. It's just like a family show.
Okay.
Anybody with smaller kids knows exactly what I'm talking about. So she loves it, and we were like, okay, maybe she wants to be Bluey for Halloween. No, we go in the store. She wants to be a dinosaur. That's what she
wants to be a dinosaur.
So she's got like these little coat overalls almost, and it's got like a little. It looks like she's riding a dinosaur. She puts her pants on. It looks like
with the little legs on the side of it.
No, it's just her legs go in the bottom as the dinosaur feet.
Right.
And you got the body around her.
Yeah. That's what I'm. But it looks like she's riding it. So there's like fake legs on the side of the dinosaur.
No, it doesn't have any fake legs on the side.
Oh, they should give her the fake.
Yeah, I know.
That's cute as hell, though.
But that's what she wanted to do, and she held on to that costume for dear life. That's how you know she wants. She's like, mine. Yeah. So the whole time we're showing her other costumes, like, look at this. You don't want to do this? Like, she's just, ooh, and she throws it back. And then she's going around touching all the little zombie babies and stuff. She's like, baby, she's touching it all. I was like, oh my gosh, little girl.
Did you give her any of the jump scares from the machines?
Yeah, we went through like the little thing, you know what I'm saying? But I held her back far enough so it wouldn't be like right up on her.
My kids hate that shit.
I'm going to be King Neptune.
What are you
from
gonna be?
SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the trident. I got the king cape. I got the paper bag for my bald head. That way, when I take it off, they're like bald, bald.
Okay.
So I wore it to one of my 10-year-old's trunk or treats at her school. Wore the
You should have wore it
costume.
tonight.
People were like, bowing to me. They're like, "Your Highness," and I'm like, "Oh,
That's
thank you."
cool.
And
Thank you.
I had this one little kid. He was like, "Oh," he's like, "King Neptune." I was like, "Yeah." He's like, you got the hat on. I was like, "Yeah." Have you seen my crown? He's like, "No." I was like, "Dang." He's like, "Why? What do you got to do that hat?" I was like, "You really want to see?" He's like, "Yeah." So I took it off, and I always just shaved my head. And then, he's like, "My eyes, my eyes." And it's like whatever. But
That's awesome,
and
dude.
Kylie's gonna be a vampire.
Of course.
Right,
Of
of
course.
course, right. With a name like the local vampire, who would have guessed it, right? So
You
she's
know,
got the fangs and the whole outfit.
that's the one thing I don't do. I don't dress up for the trick or treaties.
You should.
Me and my
man.
wife don't. No.
Just put the mustache on, man.
So that almost was a thing. I had been growing my beard out for about a week, and
No, maybe pull the
yes,
photo up, dude. Don't make me
yesterday. Well, you saw. You don't pull the photo out. Yesterday, I'd shaved because I had the thicker beard, and I'd left the mustache before we did Critical Idiots. And I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, "Nope!" And I just shaved it off real quick. I thought about growing it out for a little bit, and I couldn't handle it myself. It's just not me. I'm also thinking about cutting my hair. I'm thinking like getting rid of all this and just kind of going back to close to the head, high and tight. You know,
locks. You're just gonna go back.
I don't know.
You're gonna get rid of the bodyguard and go for the Don.
I mean, maybe this is long enough, dude. I've had this forever.
The people love the locks, dude.
People love the locks. I mean, I guess I don't know. I'm not decided yet. But I was thinking maybe that's what I would do for Halloween is cut off all my hair. And it's like, look what I'm going as.
You can do Beetlejuice. Yeah. Do like a
Everybody
nice
goes
little
with the
Beetlejuice
most, babes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. The juice is loose.
Juice is loose.
Seen the new Beetlejuice though. If you guys haven't seen it, it's a good movie. It's a good watch.
You haven't. Don't tell me anything.
I'm not gonna tell you anything, but I said it's a good watch. I won't say that it beats the first because hardly any sequels ever beat the first. But I will tell you this: it is a good way to close the book. And I don't even say close the book because you can't close the book on Beetlejuice.
I think they're going to do a third. I think they're doing Beetlejuice and then Beetlejuice. And then, of course, what's the third one going to be?
That would be epic.
Why did they call it Beetlejuice if they're not going to do the third Beetlejuice?
That would be crazy.
There's going to be a third one. You guarantee it.
Yeah. But like I said, I enjoyed it thoroughly. So if you haven't watched it, guys, definitely check it out. I still have yet to watch Deadpool. So
what's your favorite Halloween movie? I know we got to go soon.
If my favorite Halloween movie, dude, I was thinking about this actually today. Scooby Doo, and let me see if I can find the title for you real quick. Do you know yours off the top of your head, dude?
Yeah, I'm not into scary, gory, gross movies, but my favorite has to be 13 Ghosts, I think. Speaking of Scooby-Doo, it had the guy that played Shaggy in it. What's his face? Yeah. He's the one that was like, what did I say? That there was a petting zoo down there? No, ghosts. It was a funny scene. But I think that one's my favorite, 13 Ghosts. It was a little gory, but there was also a lot of actors that I knew from other shit, and that makes it less scary for me when I know the actor. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't like scary movies. I don't like scary movies at all. Let's see. Oh, you talking about the cartoon Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
I thought you meant like the movie.
No. This one here, the Witch's Ghost. Obviously, because of,
like Wall Scoob,
the Hex Girls. You know what I'm saying?
The Hex Girls. I remember the Hex Girls.
The song,
I remember the Hex Girls.
Anyways, but as far as like scary movie, if we're talking about scary movie, my favorite scary movie, Nacho Libre. No. My favorite. I don't really watch a lot of scary movies, dude.
I don't like
really
them.
Kind of one of those things, I watch scary movies that are not about exorcisms.
You don't like the exorcism stuff?
I don't like people that speak in Latin because I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you see The Exorcist?
Yeah, I've seen the original one, and like I said, and after that,
It didn't scare me.
I don't really watch anymore. I tell you one. What was it called? Mirrors or something like that. It was was it called Mirrors or was it called The Shutter Effect? I can't remember.
Shutter Island?
It's like a camera. I can't remember. The
Like
guy
it was a haunted camera?
I don't know if it was a haunted. I don't know. I know there was a room.
I'm going
that
to
was
get your
full-
bad
It
side.
was just like full of mirrors everywhere. I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, dude. What's up, Matt? What's going on, man? Nice, good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you've been well. Hope you've been well. Hope the family's good.
Well, all your family's coming in to watch this. All your peeps.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, unfortunately, it's that time, guys.
And we're almost done. Hey, you know what? We can go. You can go a little bit longer for your folks. Let's real quick before we go. Let's see if the audience has an answer. What are their favorite movies or favorite scary movies? Scary movies.
I like it.
Yeah. What do you guys type it into the chat? Let us know what your favorite scary movies are. I don't like a lot of them, but I've seen a couple that like
I know
Paranormal
Matt's gonna
Activity.
say,
I like.
Tim Burton. What's that movie from Tim Burton?
Nightmare
old
Before
movie.
Christmas.
The old movie. No, not Tim Allen. I'm sorry. No, not Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
What's
Tim
the
Burton.
guy?
Tim Allen. The guy.
The guy from he was the guy. He was the hotel guy on Home Alone. Tim Curry.
Oh, It.
No, not it. The old one.
Tim Curry was the thing in It.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, that's not a horror movie.
It's a horror show.
It's just a jump to the left.
See, Tim Curry.
Yeah, Tim Curry.
You knew what I was talking about.
And then
I know that Matt had cosplayed as him one year. He showed me the photo.
That's one of those films that I think I've seen at least 50 times in the theater. I had a girlfriend who used to like to go to the Rocky Horror Picture Show at midnight at the Jefferson Street. Was it Jefferson? No, Clinton Street Theater. It was a Friday night midnight showing, and we'd go fucking week after week. We started to know not the people, but the audience members, and they'd all dress up. We never dressed up. But there's one weird thing about that movie. It made her hyper horny. I don't know what it was. She never explained it, but every time we went, I had incredible sex.
I'm done with you, man.
What do you mean you're done? I'm just saying that's what happened.
I'm done with you, man. But let me ask you this question. It had two versions, right? You had the older It movies, and you had the new one. Have you seen both of them?
Yes.
Which one would?
The older one scared me because I was young and I didn't know what was going to happen, and I was still susceptible to scary shit. The new one, I was fascinated by what they were doing with the story because I'd seen the old one. Do you know what I mean? So it wasn't as scary. There was moments, of course, but it wasn't as like as the first one was.
Okay, I say
I'm just saying.
I say the first one had me scared to take a bath.
You know what's, there's a lot of people that are afraid of drains because of that shit.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I'll tell you what scared me. And it was I wish I remember ABC, CBS, NBC. I want to say ABC did a series back in like 1983 called V about an alien invasion. And these aliens were lizard people that looked like us, and they ate birds, and they were taking over everything. And that show had me fucking rattled. Maybe that's where my fear of aliens and shit comes from, but that show had me fucking rattled.
You want to know what show used to scare the shit out of me as a kid? But I used to watch it.
Huh?
Unsolved Mysteries.
You know what I didn't like about Unsolved Mysteries?
I hated that fucking theme song, dude.
I was gonna say the music. I didn't like. I couldn't listen to the theme song of X-Files. It gets my fucking it makes the hair on my arms stand up. It's doing it right now thinking about it.
The theme song from that.
Don't you play it, you bastard. I know you're looking for it.
No, what are you talking about?
I know what you're doing. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know, but there was like a part in there where there was like this weird body that was like doing this, like a ghostly apparition in the intro, like on the screen while that music was playing. That always got to me. I don't know what visual shit with the music and the creepies. I don't know. Yeah, look it up. See if you can find it. See if we can get banned for playing a second of it.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna get mad. They're gonna trademark. Don't you ever do this again? Give us $10,000.
I'll give you my 20,000 spicy. There it is. I'm getting it, dude. The fucking creepies.
Oh, that's the guy from the Power Rangers. Rangers.
Now wait, you'll see the body thing that I'm talking about. Not that. That body thing right there. I don't like that. I don't know why that creeped me the fuck out.
Because does it have a face? Doesn't have a distinctive like thing?
I don't know what I had, but maybe it's got green eyes looking at me through the window. See how I brought that back around?
Oh,
Spicy did a callback.
God.
Well, man. So are we going to do a Halloween show? I think we should take that one off because I got to go out with my kids too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you
This
got?
program is about unsolved mysteries.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Whenever possible, the actual family members and police officials have participated in recreating the events. What you're about to see
You're not to
is not a
see
news
is not a
broadcast.
news broadcast.
Tonight, the season premiere of Unsolved Mysteries. While under hypnosis, Bruce Kelly was overwhelmed by vivid images of an American sailor's death during World War II. Later, he was amazed to learn that his vision of the sinking of a submarine actually took place 50 years earlier. How could Bruce Kelly relive in accurate detail events that took place before he was even born? After a killer tornado rips through Woodward, Oklahoma, the town's residents flee to a local hospital. The scene is chaos, and one of the survivors, a young girl named Joan Gay Croft, is carried off by two strangers. More than 40 years later, she is still missing. Pedro Santiago Jr. was his family's pride and joy. Popular, athletic.
I did one of these
good student.
reenactments.
Then on December 12, 1990, Pedro was struck by a car in front of his house. The driver callously fled the scene, leaving Pedro to die. Join me for our dramatic season premiere. Perhaps you may be able to help solve a mystery.
This.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
That.
It's so intriguing, dude. But damn, so one of the because it's unsolved. Man, they're real. You know what I'm saying? Real mysteries.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like one of those things. Like, godly. I think it kind
did
of
a-
has like some of the extra spice on it.
I did a reenactment show called Rescue 911. It was just like Unsolved Mysteries, but it was like real 911 calls. I was an actor in one of those.
Really?
Yeah, I got to do a little scene where this kid had, I think I told this story on the old Phat and Spicy, like OOC show. But this kid had tied his his kite to his mom's yarn, and his mom's yarn had like metal stitched into the yarn for like a cool effect.
Oh yeah.
Well, that fucking kite got wrapped around a telephone pole and like shocked his fucking body off, you know, his shoes came off. His exit wound was through the toe. So I remember the makeup artist like putting this stuff on his toe that made it look like the skin had come up and was painting it all. And I was the kid that had to go run and call 911. I remember the cameraman had to do like 3 takes of filming my feet running to get like that, you know, how those shows are, the reenactment shows. They would show the feet running through the field.
Yeah, I get it.
So shit like that. Yeah, it was a really cool experience. It was a 2-day shoot. I got paid like, I think like fucking $800, something like that. But that was a lot for like 2 days, you know.
Yeah.
And as a kid actor, that was cool. I was cute back then. I look like a troll now, but what are you gonna do? So this is my. I'm gonna go as spicy for fucking Halloween.
There you go. That's all we need. That's all we need.
Trick or treat, bro.
That's all right, guys. It's all the time that we have, guys. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you check out all of our other content, our old podcast, and our new content coming in the future here at YouTube. All you gotta do is at the PNS Studios, guys. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on X. You can find us on Facebook. So make sure you check our content out. Like, follow, share, subscribe, guys. As always, we appreciate it. And definitely look out for that new episode of Behind the Pint.
Coming soon.
Real people, real stories, guys. So, as always, I'm Fat,
I'm spicy.
and this has been the Phat and Spicy Show. Yeah,
I'm just gonna steal my kids' candy, dude.
Dude, dude, I remember I used to sit around with my brothers and we just pour all of our buckets of fucking KD out, dude, and just